Hello again and welcome back to Phoenix Point Backer Build 5. I've decided it's finally time to try out this Mutog. I've got a new Jericho Haven under assault by the Pandorans. So yeah, I've got a Mutog, that's the priest Mutog handler. A couple of snipers, a heavy and a generic assault, so let's hope this should be enough to handle whatever it is the Pandorans are throwing at us. Lovely, lovely coffee. So yeah, still no sign of the Queen as yet. I'm sure one will turn up eventually, although for all I know they may not have put citadels and queens in this backer build. Now I do fully expect to be disappointed by the Mutog, but I'd like to at least have a look at it. That is a big boy, isn't it? So what can it do? It can ram, it can paw, and it can tail bash. Well, movement is a bit pants, but well, let's start off by just yoinking up to the top there. This is a slightly different map. I don't think I've ever played on this map layout before, so let's see what we've got. Siren there, regular dude, tentacle dude, another siren. Don't see any chirons on here, which is interesting. I think we can just charge matey forwards. Very clanky paws on that thing. Right, and you are the standard assault. You can come forward. Now our priest does have some extra abilities, I think. Oh, apparently not. Where is he? Where's our priest? So I did give him, yeah, Mind Crush, and he's got everyone within 10 tiles is immune to panic and mind control. And you can buy a lot of other abilities for them, but I frankly have no idea what most of those abilities do. So I pretty much just ignored them all. Let's bring the heavy up on the ground in support, and you for some reason have a mutation instead of heavy armor, which is peculiar for a sniper. Maybe where I was messing around with things rather than actually paying attention to shit. So let's see, it's a pincer and a grenade launcher. It's a machine gun and a grenade launcher. Machine gun and shield. Siren, do not want. Another machine gun and grenade launcher, pincer and shield. So they are using all the variations of mutation. I expect he'll be a pain chameleon. Could be regen. They do occasionally use regen. No, that one's got the vampire arms rather than the mist spewing ones. That's interesting. And the admittedly terrifying looking sirens. Any more for any more? Oh, yeah. There's one down there and another one over there. I think that's a fresh spawn. So they don't get to do much on the turn they spawn, if memory serves. But guys, there are a few, aren't there? They have at least learned I do love explosives, so they are trying to spread out a reasonable amount. Okay, I think that's probably enough of them now, game. Jesus. Still more of them, are there? Fuck me. Oh, come on. Christ. I don't think I have enough ammunition for this. Is that enough? You quite finished now? Yeah, this is why I want much larger craft, where I can bring, you know, a dozen people. Because this is just lunacy. I don't have anywhere near enough rockets for this. I do, however, know that I need to stop those sirens. They are hands down the biggest threat, so if I do a little suspect in the middle there will damage neither, so let's just drop a grenade right on top of that one. And then follow that up. Going for its head. Not that it'll actually stop it at all. Removes the acid stream at least. And our heavy. Now what can you actually do? You can hit a few things, which I think you're going to have to. So you can possibly catch all 4 of them with that, maybe. Now clearly that thing is going to have to die before anything else happens, because taking that many return fire shots is going to be irritating. And now we bring the fury, so that can weaken those, although weakening the one with the machine gun might be more useful. And then again. Yep, use 3 I think. can take a round. Now you've still got another shot in you. It's got a regen torso. Not too concerned. I'd rather try to take out the gun. The blood-sucking arm's annoying, but not that big a deal. Excellent. And what else can you see? Many things. You can miss many things as well. Never mind. At least there was an attempt. Now then, the Mutog. Can't actually get into range to hit that. Could hit that though. Let's see what the Mutog's like. Now then, we've got the tail bash. Can't paw bash because there's no suitable equipment. But we can try tail bashing it. Interesting. Disabled the arm. Not a huge amount of damage, admittedly. Let's see, what have you got? Could maybe move up. Take some shots at those two. Again, mostly looking to knacker some weapons more than anything else, realistically. I mean, killing them would be ideal. And you can dash back to a relative safety. I say relative safety, I know a bunch of them have got grenade launchers, which could be problematic for him. And you just come forwards a little bit. And the Mutog can do nothing really. Now, given the priest is giving immunity to mind control, don't need to be quite as concerned about the sirens as I often am. But they're still dangerous, even if all they do is run in and hit me with the slasher arms. I don't think they've got the zombification poison ability they had in Backer Build 4. But I am very glad that Tritons don't get return fire in the same way Arthrons do. Oh, is he going to vampire arm me? Okay. Should have swapped to the shotgun, really. Oh well. Lessons learned. I'm thinking of pushing off to the left taking them ones out and then sweeping up into the building, then coming round. However, that does mean I'm leaving the NPCs mostly undefended, which is obviously problematic. Where the hell is he going? Oh well, settle in for a nice long enemy turn. It'll speed up slowly as I whittle them down. That other siren. Nice place for her to hide. Can't get any explosives in there. Jesus, those Mutogs aren't particularly tanky either, are they? Yeah, Mutogs definitely need a buff. Or to just take up one space in a transport. They're not much harder to kill than our regular dudes. And their damage is piss poor. Now then, out of interest, let's see if the ram attack is any good. There's a whole bunch of wounded stuff there. So this is the same attack that the armadillo APC had. Okay, that's not much of an attack if I'm honest. It's not a very long range. Ah well, let's just have a look. What can our sniper see? He's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here. Here's one at the back. Can't possibly kill that. Can't finish that one off. Can't do... Jesus. Even using both shots, he can't really take anything out. Could maybe finish the siren off. Probably not. If we can finish that other siren off with a pistol shot. And then quick aim for a good sniper round. There's a couple of his arms down. Now then, I'm thinking if you can just pop a nice little grenade in there. And possibly another one. So he didn't do an awful lot of damage and didn't hurt that one at all. I really want to send one of my assaults in there. Just to see if we can get close to finishing that one off. That one will hopefully bleed to death, but it might not because of the regen. Let's just see. I think missile shots would be blocked by pretty much everything. Yeah, missile shots are just blocked. I mean, yeah, technically there's... Could try to take out that entire wall. Let's see how much damage the missile does. Does some. Not a great deal, but some. And that was all his firepower used. So what have you got line of sight on? That Triton. That one that will hopefully bleed out. That one back there. Ah, you've got line of sight on that Arthron. So if you could cripple an arm, won't actually stop it from using the ability, but it will hopefully cripple it. And then take out his grenade launcher. Did you pass straight through? He passed straight through that one and hit that one. An interesting turn of events. Now most of these things are panicked. And if you move to there, you can actually see in there. So we'll dash in. We'll use the Mind Crush. That's pretty cool. And then we will attempt to take out the Siren. Yeah, not a great shot, but that's done some. Maybe take out the Triton. Just finish that off. So everything here is pretty much all in panic mode. And we know there is one around here that needs to be dealt with. I would imagine from there you'd be able to finish him off and then run back to assist the rest of the group. Close enough. Okay, now what was there that wasn't panicked? That fella with just a pistol, I think. Yeah, it's no major threat. Yes, I'll have to look into this whole poor not equipped thing. I don't really know what they what needs to be equipped for that poor attack to work. Wow. Another leg gone. And pain comedians, obviously. Do love that. What have you got line of sight on? That Triton there. That one there, both of which are about to die anyway. Can you move and get line of sight on anything a bit more interesting? No. No is the answer. Let's move up there this turn. And do nothing. That one's got a gun. Those are claws. That one's got a gun. That one is a claw. And they've just got pistols. So he's in position to do useful things next turn. Just not this turn. He could also possibly come into position to do something next turn, maybe by hopping around that corner or by hopping around there. I'm tempted to move him up and just have him do a little overwatch in case a crabman decides to rush him. I think I might do that. Oh, hidden siren. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Okay, what can you do about that? Not a lot. Can, however, hopefully... Nope, you can just miss and do nothing. Always helpful. Thank you for that. What about you? There's literally nothing you can do. Well, no, you'll never get a grenade in there. So you are going to have to dash away. That one side is going to be such a pain in the arse. I'm going to have to pull all my people back. I'll move you over there. In position to do something next turn, perhaps. I'll just step back a little further. Why will she just not fucking die? Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure why I had no idea that siren was there. She just managed to hide out of line of sight the entire time. What I am concerned about is that she will mind control my heavy, but there's sweet fuck all I can do about that, really. Okay, computer's having a long think there. Siren's just derping around, is she? Gonna have to try to re-establish visual contact somehow. The only siren I can see is that injured one. I'm not even getting a blip down there. If she'd walked across, he would have seen it. Ah, there we are. Can you get a shot on her? You can try. Okay, that'll do. that will do for now. Let's see, you obviously need to reload. You also need to come in and take that out. The sniper can finish that fucking thing off, because he's annoying me. And then just sit there doing nothing. And you have many options. So let's look for anything with a machine gun first. No, that's a pincer, that's a pincer, that's a pincer. Nothing in line of sight that appears to have machine guns, which is interesting. So let's just try shooting some arms off. It'll get them bleeding. It's possibly time. Ah, there's one with a gun hiding in there. Possibly time he started moving around. I really want to start pushing in towards there, but there are too many little odd ones hiding around here for that to really be a viable approach. What I might do is just run him in there just to get the extra will points for the entire team, because that's bound to be necessary. Just have him try to finish that off, just so it achieves something. And go back over there. What's she up to? I mean, you can kind of, sorry, going back to the Mutog, you can kind of understand them being so weak when your soldiers are so strong, but it does make it, it's a situation of why would you ever bother bringing one instead of just bringing 3 more men. It's going to be a very tricky thing to try to balance. If you nerf the soldiers down to the level of the Mutogs, the game's going to be exceptionally difficult to actually play. Can you go in there? No? Okay. Tell you what, you can start running over towards the mist and annoy the things in there. Yeah, if you nerf the soldiers down to that sort of effectiveness for space, then you're going to start having issues of why, just how incredibly difficult this game would inevitably become. I don't know if she's got some sort of counter-attack ability, so let's stay one square away just to be safe. I mean, I would rather have the Mutogs being buffed instead. Let's just overwatch anyone coming through that door. Possibly, maybe. Now what I'd like to do is thread a rocket straight down the middle, just like that. Okay, so it didn't actually hit that despite the ring saying it would, but still. It's vaguely, roughly adjacent to what I wanted to do. And roughly adjacent is often the best you get. Alright, now you can head in to back him up, I think. It is best option. I don't think there's anything else around there to concern myself with. And you can come up. Let's see. Ah shit, it's a pain comedian. Oh well. Thought she was going to kill something then. Yep, gonna have to get into that building to wriggle them out. If that's a pain comedian, that could be super awkward. Mutog's just a distraction at this point. A very cool looking, but rather pants distraction. I mean, they look so awesome. I really hope they do something to make them worth the expenditure in time, resources, and space. Now, my priesty dude does have the Instill Frenzy ability that I haven't used on it, mainly because I have no idea what it does, and for the time being, just wanted to try it out without Frenzy. I can always worry about it with Frenzy later. See what that does to increase its combat capabilities. I suspect not an awful lot. Please don't be pain comedian. It is, but we've taken out the torso, so. And And you are just going to have to charge in, I think. There is no way in which you actually get a decent shot at her to finish her off, is there? And that should be close enough to stand some sort of chance. There we go, that will do. Continue ineffectively flailing. Fine, whatever. That'll do with you. Yeah, Mind Crush works pretty well. You've got line of sight to that thing, however my sniper's behind it. Be read. Why not just dash around there just to finish that one off as well? And speaking of the sniper, so yeah, slowly whittling them down. Taking a ridiculous amount of time, but we're getting there. See, I'm just not sure how they are going to seek to balance this. I mean, you want the game to be, you know, have some difficulty. Obviously. But how do you add difficulty without just spamming more and more and more aliens? Did I not quick aim last time? Oh well. Fine, we'll try to finish these off with pistols. It's close enough. That's a miss, never mind. Let's see, what have you got? It's done it again. That's not the first time it's just randomly decided to dash somewhere I did not tell it to. Just want to run forward so I can use that Mind Crush again. And then finish it off. So I'm still getting blips from upstairs and around that corner. Why don't you come wandering in? Apparently there's something in the way there I can't actually see. Okay, never mind. Whatever. just have him move up. He won't be able to do anything, but at least I can see if that's just a corpse of something that's bled out, or if it is an active Pandoran. That does look like just a corpse. Yeah. So of the ones we know are active on the map, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's just the 5. We'll run around there. 6. There's always another one. Well, let's just see if we can cannon that one away. Nope, we can miss that by a country mile. And what can the sniper see? The one that's pretty much dead anyway, so... wow. Yeah, one around there. That'll give you line of sight, but also some distance and cover. Ah, and he destroyed the rocket launcher. Nice. The Mutog is enraged. I wonder what that does. Okay. You can at least get line of sight on the one that grenaded you, so... or apparently not. The fuck, game? Fucking buggy ass piece of shit targeting system. You can't get line of sight on anything. Okay. Apparently he eats the corpses of the fallen. It's interesting. Can you get anywhere to do anything? Not this turn. Now, surely to God you can't miss from here. Thank heavens for small mercies. Just go stand in the corner for the time being. Can you actually see him from there? Yeah, okay, take the shot. Okay, so it would appear there's just that one left. Come on, heavy. Beautiful work, sir. Beautiful work. But of course there is always one hiding somewhere. Let's look around here. Nope, don't see anything in there. Don't see anything out there. Could well be in that mist somewhere. You would imagine it would have attacked. Well, tell you what. That Mind Crush is covering pretty much the entire mist. There was one. Looked like he was bugged out in that wall there. Well, that was the Mutog, which I'm not massively impressed by. But I'm sure that isn't the finalised version. I'm sure it'll be much, much better on release. Still, at least you got to see it. It does look cool. Very, very similar sort of thing to that Synedrian weird tentacle hovercraft thing. Awesome, but impractical. If it took up fewer slots, if it was a little bit more punchy, then maybe I would consider using it on a regular basis. As it is, I'm going to have to say just 3 more men. Much, much better. They cover more ground, they do more damage, they're more survivable, they give far more tactical flexibility. And on that note, thank you very much for watching.